Hello, Tracker 1985 here, and welcome back to Pokemon Moemon Nuzlocke. As you may be able to tell, there's a bit of speed up here. This is intentional. This is because I lost my vocal audio, so I'm having to do it again, so I'm just speeding up some of the more laborious bits. Anyway, during the speed training that I did, which I didn't show you, well, it wasn't speed training, I got Mellie and Jeoklie up to level 54, which is good. Yeah, so they're all up to snuff, and now I'm taking on the league. Also, during this time, I did pick up the Pokerus, but it doesn't really matter because I kind of got it quite near the end. But yes, now we're moving on to the first guy. I think his name is Sydney, if I recall correctly. So, yeah. And look at me in the corner there. Bricking it. Don't know what's coming. First, we start off with a Mightena and Mozzie. Attack is down. Shouldn't be a problem. Straight out of the gate with a Thunderbolt. Nearly takes it down, but the sand attack misses as well, so it doesn't really matter. Doesn't matter at all. And he uses a full restore. Because all gym leaders and Elite Foreign trainers except me are dicks. Only I should be able to do it. So I might as well use 2 shockwaves there. Easy. Taken down. First blood. Shift tree. This is what we've got Mellie for. There it is. A nice eruption, I think. It's used Torment already, so that doesn't really matter because obviously, like, we've got another fire attack as well, so we can use fire if we need fire. Because there's a cat curtain there, so yeah, we need to use flamethrower. It's used feint attack. That's not too powerful, so we got through that reasonably unscathed. Mellie holding up well. Umbreon. Now this was the first change that I'd noticed. The guy in the game does not have an Umbreon, but obviously the Moemon creator has inserted an Umbreon into his team. I've got no real surefire way of taking out an Umbreon, so I just have to use Beezie and go for pure power. Earthquake! Oh, and also, as you may have noticed, I forgot to mention, I forgot to turn the battle animations back on. So I do that right at the end of this fight. He's put a Citrus Berry on, which means that he won't be healed. Or she won't be healed anyway. But that's Umbreon down. Fairly straightforward. And then a Crobat. I'm just sort of like, this guy doesn't have a Crobat either. What is this game doing to me? Come on out, Mozzie. There's the Crobat. Give it a Thunderbolt. And I'm like, why the hell does this thing have strength? It's because he had different Pokemon, and what the creator of Moemon basically did is change the Pokemon for new Pokemon, but didn't change their moves. But we're alright for that. Everything's fine. And that's the first guy down. Sydney has been defeated. What a pushover. We didn't even lose a single person. Didn't even come close. Anyway. Back to some speed, I think. Whee! So, restore everybody back up. Save the game. Not that it matters. Put Keirie up first because she's got ghost attacks. This is the ghost. This is one of the main problems. She likes to abuse Protect and stuff like that. A lot of people seem to have a trouble with Phoebe. So there we go. There's a Dusclops. It's sort of cute, sort of not. And there we go. There goes the Protects. It wastes everybody's time, doesn't it? I mean, I don't know why they even bother. I mean, all Protect does is just prevent you from being hit. But then that just annoys the person and just makes them use the same move over and over again until it doesn't work. Protect! Always with the Protect! And again. I think that was a third time. Was that a second or third? I'm gonna get it. I'm gonna get it! Oh, I didn't... Ah! Look at me in the corner. Confuse Ray. We all love Confuse Ray. I can't remember if I risked it. I didn't risk it. I just moved to somebody else. Move to Jeoklie. Time for Jeoklie's time to shine. Of course, Phoebe uses a full restore because they're jerks. Jeoklie uses her Shadow Ball. And that actually works really well. Jeoklie's ghost attacks are quite high. And there's a Banette, just like Jeoklie. And I'm contemplating whether to switch or not. But then I decide against it. I'm going to risk it because Jeoklie's probably a higher level, so she's probably faster anyway. Shadow Ball. And that actually went amazingly well. I was like, yes, Jeoklie, well done. Jeoklie is proving herself to be an asset to the team. I'm like, Chandelure? Isn't that Gen 4 or 5? So I'm like, what is a Chandelure doing in this game? I think Beezie could use some surf training, don't you? And there's the Chandelure. No messing about. Surf. Double team is the bane of my existence. I have suffered so much under double team, but at least Surf hit it. Oh, and it just survived again. What is it with me and like I can always like just about kill a Pokemon. I can never outright knock them out. It's not going to throw a healing potion at this Chandelure, then I don't really care. Shedinja. And I'm trying to think now which version of that is. That is the dead Pokemon, isn't it? Yeah. Is it the dead one? It's the dead one with 1 HP. So I go with Mellie, because Mellie got the type advantage. Fire. You can only hit Shedinjas with moves which are super effective against it. Because it's got Wonder Guard. In fact, I'm not even sure if it's got Wonder Guard in this game. It'd be weird if they programmed Wonder Guard into it, but not anything else. Detect. Oh, Shedinja is just like an empty husk. It's dead. Oh, good morning. Sorry. And a flamethrower. Doesn't have to hit it very hard. It only needs to do enough for 1 HP. Which is always nice. Gengar. Now this was the confusing thing because he definitely didn't have a Gengar in the original game. So I went back to Jeoklie because Joklie's a ghost type and ghost versus ghost. I'm gesturing at the guide for regular Pokemon Emerald. It's just like, he doesn't have a Gengar. So I thought I'd use Psychic. Gengar used Nightshade. That's fine. Jeoklie used Psychic. Again, very nearly dead. Used a Citrus Berry. Only one thing for it, but to use Psychic again. But then Gengar used Shadow Ball, and I'm like, oh my god, shit, Ghost versus Ghost, and dead. Jeoklie, your time in the spotlight was far too short. And I'm so sorry. That was a major bummer. That was my first death, and Jeoklie would have been so useful later on as well. Well, will be so useful later on. Any Pokemon would be useful later on. And then I was like, why does Gengar also have Ice Beam? How did it even know to use it? And now I'm lamenting over Jeoklie. Poor Jeoklie. And that's Elite Four Phoebe down. Down for the count. So we're just going to have a bit more speed motion for the next bit. Poor Jeoklie. Bottom of the party. Heal everybody up. Swap for Mozzie. Did I swap for Mozzie? Yeah, because this guy is... I'm not sure. I can't remember what this guy's got. I should remember. I've only just done it and I'm re-recording the video. Oh yeah, Glacier. Yeah, mostly sort of like water and icy time things. And now she just wants to take me out. Glacier would like to battle. CeeLo, not a problem. Just a nice friendly Thunderbolt in the face. There we go. Nods of approval from that handsome guy in the top right corner. Gallade. And I was like, this is where Mellie's going to come into her own. She's got flamethrower, she can melt the suckers. So go for flamethrower, it does ice beam. It's ice versus fire. It's not that good. It's probably alrightly effective because she is also ground type. But that's the first time in a long time I've fired off an attack and it's actually outright killed something. Usually I lose Pokemon. They survive by a couple of Frostlass. Now I couldn't remember for the life of me what Frostlass was, so I think I did the safe thing and I believe I switched to Beezie coming up. I do a lot of checking what Pokemon are on Wikipedia and Cerebi and stuff, because I really cannot remember the typings, and sometimes they throw Pokemon in that I'm not used to. It's a really cute Pokemon. More protects! Now it shouldn't do a lot because Beezie is water, so she should be reasonably well protected from this. Take that, Earthquake. For restore. I thought I'd throw a muddy water at it as well, but just to finish it off, but I guess I'll do that. I'll do that in the next turn. And I think it's just does over half, so I think I decided to just do it twice. He's like, do not crit, for the love of God, do not crit, that's what I'm saying. Varitek. Now, I'm going over in my head, I think it's the polar bear Pokemon with the big teeth, with the big sort of frosty teeth, which isn't a Pokemon in this game again as well, I think. I think that's a Gen 4 or 5 addition. And I couldn't remember what type it was, but it's a pure ice type. I do look it up, and there's... I'm sorry to waste everybody's time with this. It's just what I have to do. So it's a pure ice type. So yes, I go, yes! Let's go back to Mellie. I'm going to smite it with a flamethrower, or possibly an eruption. And then Varitek use Surf, because once again, in this game, I'm devastated, there's Mellie gone. Why would you go to the trouble of putting in Pokemon but not replacing their moves as well? Why? The most of the deaths I've suffered during this game have been from Pokemon not being properly implemented into this game. If you're gonna implement a Pokemon, you should implement it. You know, you should give it the moves, even if you just give it 4 ice attacks or something. You shouldn't just replace its sprite and keep the old Pokemon's moves on it. That is just dick moves. Goes back to the one time, was it Tarlie or Rukie? One of them, or both of them, succumbed to like a self-destructing Eevee? I know somebody died because of a self-destructing Eevee. It was outrageous. Steel Wing. Does that finish it off? Yes, it does. And a crit too. I am not happy. You can see it in my face. It's more ranting about not constructing the Pokemon properly. If you're going to do this, you should give the Pokemon moves appropriate to them. As far as I'm aware, Varitek can't learn Surf. I do half go off on rants. Rightly so, I would think. Rightly so. It is just so amazingly frustrating when this happens. Especially in the league as well, because I'm now down 2 Pokemon. I'm cursing the game now because, like, oh, hopefully Warren doesn't have any moves it shouldn't have. Hit it with a Thunderbolt. Super effective. It uses Surf, and I'm like, please don't kill Beezie. Please don't kill Beezie. And it doesn't, and I'm happy. So now I can just use one more Thunderbolt. I think one more Thunderbolt should be sufficient to beat it. And that's Mozzie up. And that's Glacier down. And about time too. Look at my face. I am not happy. I am really not happy. I've fought 3 Elite Four and I've lost 2 Pokemon. I am not a happy chap. Oh, Mellie and Jeoklie. Cut down in their prime. It's just not fair. We just have to go for a quick round of healing everybody before we move on to the next part. Unfortunately, this is going to be the end of the part coming up now. And we'll fight the last 2 in the final part. It'll be do or die. If I lose, I am going to lose. I am not going to go through the rigmarole of training. Or if I do, I'll do it at a much later date. You know, I'll do like a special part way along the line. So, yeah. All I can say about that is, yeah, I will do my best. And hopefully, in the next part, we will beat the league and everything will be fine. In theory. So, yes, thank you very much for watching. And as ever, Pokemon Moemon Nuzlocke will update on Sundays and Wednesdays, probably for the last time. It will be replaced with a new LP. And yeah, thanks very much for watching and see you next time.